Warning, if you're stupid, maybe do not be doing this. Maybe do not be working on a radio. This video is instructional. I don't know what I'm doing, but clearly I did it right if the radio runs at the end. There's really nothing else I can really tell you except don't stick your fingers in transformers and don't lick doorknobs. Thank you.
Are you stupid? Do you not know how to work on radios? That's okay. I'm going to show you how to work on another radio today. Today, we have a 1960s Silvertone. Whoa, Silvertone! And it's got 2 speakers, 2 radio bands, and too much nicotine. I'll show you how to work on it. So, I've been through this thing already. I know what's up, but I'm going to act like I haven't been through this thing. I'm going to show you every little bit on how to work on this thing. Check this out too. I don't know if this is the original plug, but I just clipped it off and took out the old wiring. Anyways, we're going to reuse this. I know a lot of people hate the old plugs, but I don't mind. Safety socket thing. Woo! It's my favorite. Look at this. I pulled this out of the Hyper. Remember this? If you're an avid channel watcher. If you're not an avid channel watcher, I think you actually have like a problem. I think you should go watch the channel some more. Literally like 5 minutes ago, I brought this Philco 630B back to life. Yeah, you know that video you probably have already watched if you're an avid channel watcher. Well, yeah, it's back. It's back from the dead. It's back again. Guess who's back again. Anyways, here's the plan for tonight. The goal is to get this thing running. I can clean it up tomorrow. Chances are I'll do it all tonight because I feel like it. Easy stuff. Okay, so right off the bat, we have some fun things. I'm gonna rush just because my phone's gonna die, but let's look at the back real quick. Look at that, that's crazy looking. Let's do some analyzation. Number 1, lots of nicotine stuff and smoke and cigarette stuff because everyone loves smoking. Number 2, this is really cool of Silvertone to do this. Just kind of full thing. And even cooler, 1978, the 50C5 was replaced. So that's pretty cool. That's the schematic for anyone who needs it. It's this is what it looks like. Just gonna do a quick run over for anyone who needs it. We'll go over here. I don't know what section that is. Yeah. So there's that. One little thing on the bottom, but it's just the FCC radiation regulations because everything was radioactive in the 60s. Now let's get to the good stuff. The real juicy, grimy, sticky, thick dirt stuff. We got a vacuum first of all. We also have this funny stuff going on there. Don't know what that's about with that resistor. Then we have that funny stuff down there. Then we have even more funny stuff here. That's fixable. We have our work cut out. I think this is a weekend project. I'm not gonna finish it tomorrow. No, I will. I think the on-off switch broke, and I also feel that it's just gonna need a lot of vacuuming. I think I'm just intimidated by the vacuuming. It just needs a new electrolytic and that electrolytic replaced and the selenium replaced. I don't know if that's the plus or the minus right there. That's a minus symbol, so I think that's the minus side. I see a plus on the other side, so easy repair. Anyways, I don't know how much camera I have left on my phone, but I'm just gonna quickly vacuum this thing out and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I pulled the front off just for a sec, just to get an analyzation of what's going on here. And here's our treble control. It's pretty interesting looking. So this slides forwards and backwards. Controlling this pot. Our on and off seems to be broken. And our band switch seems to be working fine, and our tuning looks as solid as it will ever become. So I call that a win. I'm still vacuuming. It's looking pretty good though. This plastic broke, so I used an old metal thing. Let's see here. What else can I tell you? Nothing else really. I'm just vacuuming out, and then we'll get started. Yeah. Also, take note on things like this, the position. So, if we're replacing this electrolytic, you can see it's got that lead going down and through. Take note as to where it's pointing, because that might actually help you. Now, if we're looking at this can here, it says 70, 30, and 20 for the values in the electrolytic. 70 being the square, 30 the triangle, 20 being the plane, I think. So, we got that. And, well, I think, well, if we're looking, where's that can? Okay, it's right here. We got one, the tab to this thing is going here, so I think it's can ground. Yeah, pretty straightforward. So I'm just gonna pull this can out and then replace it with the corresponding values. And here's what you do when you're replacing the can. You take the color coding. You take like a marker and you put different shapes. And then from there you can do it. Nice. So, okay, check this out. Here's how you do this. You apply the solder, right? And you heat it up, or not apply, but you heat up the solder. Press this button with your solder gun and you suck up the solder. And that's how you pull this thing out. The solder gun's really helpful. This thing is really good. Anyways, we pulled out the can, but note, all 3 tabs of ground go into this thing. So that's kind of an important thing. You have a square, a triangle, and normal. And if we're looking here, yep, there you go, 70, 30, 20. Now, here's what you do in this case. I'm gonna have each capacitor going to its own ground hole, and then I'm gonna connect them all via a wire so that we're all good to go. Now, note, I put a line here and I put a line on the bottom so I can remember how this thing was lined up. Very helpful tool, the marker, if you want to figure this out. So now, if we're gonna look, triangle, which is the 30, right? I'm gonna look on the bottom here. So that is your triangle right here. So I'm just gonna write a triangle next to it. And just like so, you have your plane. Oops, hang on, let this focus. Focus, please. Can you please focus? Thank you. Plane, hole, triangle, square, triangle, and that. Also, notice one of the ground tabs are big and the rest are small. That's another way to remember how to replace these properly. So you can hold it just like this and look, see? And you'll have the idea for what is what while you're repairing this. So in that case, I'm gonna pull out a 30 and a 60, 70, whatever, and you know, just go to town replacing this. So I'll catch you in a couple of minutes. All right, now here it is. We have a 20, 68, and a 33 in there for the 20, 70, and 30. It's about as close as it'll get. Anyways, you know what you do with these when you're done using them? Oops, sorry, my finger slipped. Anyways, this is what it looks like when you solder them in. And don't you love that look? So anyways, for all of you people that like satisfying things, I'm just gonna make this really satisfying for you and cut all the leads. There we go. Look at how nice that is. That's totally just really high quality work right there. You just don't see that anywhere. Anyways, we got that going. We've got a 4 microfarad. I'm gonna put a 10 in for right here. You can see where it goes. Then I guess we'll test it out and we'll see what happens if it, whether there's a fire or if it fires up or yeah, one of the 6,000 trillion different things. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that 4 microfarad, which was right here, is replaced. It's about time it died and went away. Oh, you know what? That can should go in my archive, actually. I have an archive down there. I just keep dead components because it's cool. Actually, it's not cool. Anyways, all electrolytics are replaced. All capacitors do not need replacing. Let's fire this thing up and see what happens. Will it smoke? I don't see any action with the on-off switch, so I don't know if it's turned on or off. Okay. I'm gonna set it to AM first. And we'll see what happens here. Turn off my heater. I had it trying to cool down anyways. So, okay. We've replaced all the electrolytics. I already mentioned that. Okay. See what happens. No power. Nothing. Filament, hello? Okay, we don't have anything going into this thing at all. Nothing's happening. There's no light at all. We've got a broken on-off switch is what the deal is. You love to see it, huh? Okay. That's gonna be further complication, huh? Oh, hang on, discovery made. Pops in and out. You'll love to see it. Wow. That's such a unique feature. Let's try again. Anything? Filament. Whoa. Funky. Okay, so power's going to the lights. Interesting. So, I don't have any power going to the radio at all, huh? Interesting. Okay. Never seen that before. That's really weird. Okay, so we have no power going to the tubes, number one. And number two, something's acting up in the output area. So we gotta figure that out. Now the question is where in the circuitry something may have gone wrong. no warmth whatsoever on that 50C5. But there's, well, what the heck are you? Okay, so you don't even say. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm not sure. Let's take a look here. Are there any funny connections? No. I think I'm gonna have to call it for the night, because my phone's gonna die, so I can't work on this anymore, or else you guys are gonna be sad. Yeah, I'm gonna ask around and see what that might be about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I think I know what I did wrong. I forgot to connect all the grounds together for the electrolytics, so they were kind of just there and not doing their job. Anyways, I think that's why power wasn't going into the circuit, because that would make sense why the rectifier wasn't getting anything. Anyhow, we're good now. So ground to ground to ground. I think we're all good. And also, as you can see, Philco 630B still running as it should be. Dudes, thank you, thank you. Anyhow, we're gonna give it a test now. I'm gonna plug up my, not plug up, plug in my dummy cord right there, and we'll see what happens. It's so cold, California in the winter. I think we're all pretty, well, number one, we're really entitled here. Number two, we're very spoiled by the weather. So it's like in the 60s and I'm freezing. Okay, 50s. I'm freezing. It's so cold in here. My heater's not doing anything. I gotta buy a new one. I'm gonna buy two. I'm gonna blow a fuse. Oh, you know what? We're also dealing with the Santa Anas out here, and my sign blew away across the driveway, so I gotta put that back out outside the door. Yeah. My family says I'm short, and so they like to put signs just to remind me. I'm 5'9", 5'10". Guys, please leave me alone. Anyways, let's test out the radio, see what happens. Yeah, so I actually did make a post on vintage radio subreddits. They said it could be an open rectifier tube. There is no open rectifier tube because this is the rectifier. So in that case, I think it was just because the electrolytics weren't hooked up properly. We're good now. So let's test it out and see what happens. Okay, let's fire this thing up here. I don't know what's gonna happen. Will it smoke? No idea. Let's see here. Do we have filament? Filament. Yes. We get a really weak AM section. Cool. Well, it runs now. One thing is we gotta solve the weak AM section issues. Chances are it's just dirty tuning. And then we'll replace the selenium rectifier. And I guess it'll be a finished radio. I gotta clean out that control switch. Just spray some contact cleaner in there and we'll be good to go. So it was really easy. I will show you what I did if I haven't done it already. Obviously you can see nothing's like, everything's in here. It's a little crooked looking, but that's okay. So you've got that, you got that right there. Oh, you can't even see. You get that, and you get those. And all I've done on the bottom here is flip it over for you. Okay. Now you can see all the grounds are hooked up all together, and all is nice and happy and going, which is great. Let's think about this. How I'm gonna put in the new diode. I don't know, I'll figure it out. It's fine. I'll make it work. We're gonna do, okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do to replace the selenium rectifier. And just kind of how to do it, because I always tell people how to do it. So first you identify it on the schematic, and I actually do need to look at this. Where is the rectifier? Rectifier. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's gonna be right here. You can see you've got the plus with that marker. So first we gotta identify, obviously, plus and minuses for this thing. Right off the bat, the minus is right there, and on the other side there's a plus symbol. You'll see it. So that tells you that. So plus and minus, plus minus, plus minus. And the way this works with the diode is, crap, where'd it go? Oh shoot, I misplaced the diode. Oh no, where'd it go? That's not good. Well, how are we gonna replace oh, here it is. How are we gonna replace this thing if we don't have a diode? Okay, so this is a 1N something something diode. Oh, 1N4007 diode or something like that, whatever it said a second ago. Anyways, what you're gonna do is the plus on the selenium rectifier is going to be, in this case, the see on the right, that band, whatever. So it'd be like, if I were to connect it, it'd be like that. Oops, shoot. Oh, it's right there. Hang on, where's my pliers? Let me get this thing out. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Oh, WD-40s everywhere. Come out. Oh, this isn't helping me. Okay. Anyways, we got that, and then you need your dropping resistor. So I always just throw in like a 10 watt, 100 ohm. And that usually does the trick, bringing the voltage relatively down to where it should be. Why it has to be dropped is because the resistance in the selenium rectifier is less. It doesn't drop the voltage as much, or it doesn't drop the voltage. It's all right. Resistance is more in the selenium rectifier than in the diode. So anyways, here's the plan. Here's what we're gonna do here. So because we know where the plus and minus is, we're first gonna heat everything up here. Don't apply any more solder, because we don't want that. Instead, you're actually gonna take your solder sucker, try and get some of the solder up. Now, you're not pulling a lot because there really isn't much to pull. But, there we go. So one side of the rectifier is loose. Now we're going to do the other side. So heat it up with your iron. Just pull what you can. I got some stuff in here. And what you do here is just pull out that solder from your sucker. We still got a little bit to go. Hang on. That's pretty good. Okay. Bingo. And then it pops right out from here. Here we go. See, this is the plus side here. So the plus side was like this, right? Plus side on the bottom here. So now what we're gonna do is, because that's detached, let's look at the top real quick. It's dirty. You can see all the nicotine. This is gross. Anyways, there isn't really too much I can do up top, really. What's the corrosion on these resistors? I'm sure they're fine though. I don't really care, as long as the radio's operating as it should. So here's what we're gonna do. Because this is circuit board, everything's a little funny and a little different here. And we also only need things to go so far down into the board, so I'm not too worried about the length of these leads. What I am gonna do here is make the physical connection here, because remember, you have spiritual connections, but unfortunately in soldering, there's no such thing as that. So anyone who thinks they can just get away with that cannot just get away with that. So you have to kind of bend that together, hook it on, you and you, just like so, right? Perfect. Then you take whatever's left of your spool of solder, which is not a lot for me, and you just solder those bits together, like so. There we go. Oh, you can't even really, well, you can see, okay. Anyways, now that you got that going, we're now gonna remember, this is the plus side of it, so it's gonna go in like this. So I'm gonna come around on the other side here, put that through, put that through. Now, first of all, I'm gonna do this resistor. And what you do is, obviously, you apply a little, oh, hang on, it's not going on. Thank you, solder. Make sure it all sticks together as one big happy family. Okay, and remember, you got this lead, so you pull this up. Don't tear it up from the circuit board, and just cut it like so. Then what you do is get the lead from your diode, like so. And do the same thing here. Oh, wipe your tip. I forgot to clean my tip. There we go. And just like so, you've replaced your selenium rectifier with a modern diode, just like so. So, now that that is replaced, let's test the radio and see what happened with our work. Let's zoom out here. There we go. Okay, check. That switch needs a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of lubrication. Okay, there we go. Check one more time my work. Everything is good, okay. Nice. There's the lights. Wasn't turning on a second ago. There we go. There we go. And I don't like how weak that AM is. Oh, you're copyrighted. Okay, well, there you go. So that's how you replace your selenium rectifier. Really easy. I hope that's staying in there as it should. Yeah, it's staying in there. We're good. So, whoopee for that. I'm just gonna check the solder connection one more time, make sure that's good. And this is just from the smoke from the solder, so just don't worry about that. So, where was the selenium rectifier anyways? Oh, it was right here. Yep, strong solder connections. You're all good to go. So, that means this radio is finished electronically, and now it really just comes down to detailing. So, really easy job. We're gonna have fun with this one. It just needs a little bit of polishing, a little bit of cleaning on the tubes, and we're good to go. Alrighty. Oh gosh, is this crooked? I think this is crooked. Doesn't matter. Anyways, we're gonna get polishing. Today's polish is going to be Meguiar's cleaner wax to get the entire frame and everything else. And then we're gonna use Mother's mag and aluminum polish. Now I'm almost out, and the reason why I'm using the rest of it is it's like almost dried, but the only reason why I'm using this is because I need this as storage. I mean, we got a bunch of crap over there as storage that's just empty, but I love more storage in my workshop because that means I don't lose screws, and when it has a cap, that's even better because that means I'm not screwed if it falls. Badoots. Anyways, I don't think I really need to record this because it's pretty straightforward. It's just me polishing. No one really wants to see me polish things. So, yeah, I think that's the deal. I'm just gonna knock this thing out, and I'll see you right after I'm done hitting this and the other little cabinet. The back of it, whatever. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. So, all is, oh, okay, it's dust. There's dust on it, but all is polished and clean with cleaner wax. And it's looking really nice and shiny. It's all clean, sanitary again. Sign the inside as I always do. I do want to figure out what is the AM and FM antenna external. I'm going to write that on there here so that the next guy after me will know what's up. Anyways, the final thing we have to do is, now this power cord is getting stiff. It's got a couple of years left on it. I'm gonna leave it in the set. What we do have to do is, well, how's that looking? It's fine. Anyhow, what we do have to do is, wherever I put the original plug, oh, here it is. So, the plan is we're gonna keep the original plug, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna take some, whatever it's called, Flitz, all-purpose polish, and I'm just gonna polish this Bakelite up, and then I think I'll use some of my my nicer stuff if this doesn't work. And so the Flitz does a great job at restoring that original shine to the plug. Normally I take a Dremel with like a steel wool bit, and I hit the prongs, but I don't really care about the prongs here. Yeah, look at that. Brand new shine. That's perfect. And then get a little more on there. Just get in that hole with all the dirt and dust. Wipe it all out. Look at that, brand new plug. Then you can take whatever's left on your towel, polish up the prongs. Just kind of give it that nice look. Cool, and it's complete. And then we gotta take a brush and just dust out whatever dirt's down in there, and we're good to go. So now, here's how you set these things up. It's really simple. You get an X-Acto knife first of all. Any kind of knife will do. An X-Acto is the best for this job. And you first want to just split the cord, like so. Right about this much. I'll bring this in so you can see. Okay, so now that you've split the cord, here's what you're gonna do. You're then gonna get about this much. It's about 1 centimeter or so. Twist it like here. I'm gonna do the same thing here. And I'm only cutting off enough so that it gets down to the rubber, through the rubber, and not through the copper. This is old delicate copper anyhow. Then what you do, you get yourself, let me get my flathead bit here, hang on. Get yourself a flathead screwdriver, and you unscrew just a good amount, but not like crazy. Those bits, these screws are here. Put this thing through. What you're gonna do is you're gonna bring it around here, then put it through. I'll show you. So put it around, right? Bring it here. And then do your best to wrap it around the screw. And then you take the screwdriver, tighten that down, it'll do the rest of the work for you.
With Babbel. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 years of subscription sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. B-A-B-B-E-L.
Psicólogo más seguido por su audiencia de radio. Depresiones, ansiedades, problemas amorosos y familiares, dependencias, adicciones y mucho más. En este
Well, there we go. Okay, so I call that maybe or maybe not a win. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please subscribe if you want to see more. We got plenty of content on the channel already and many more videos to come. So, whoopee! I think our next set is going to be another Silvertone. Or a Grundig. I don't know. We'll figure it out.